American Wire. Watch how Greg Gutfeld explodes on Juan Williams about Democratic-run cities. Check it out.
There are more conflicts and differences between whites than there are between whites and blacks. When you look at those pasty white wimps out there running around vandalizing and destroying property, I realize that I have absolutely nothing in common with these laughable losers. And in fact, when anybody looks at the TV, they realize they have nothing in common as a white person with these failures. So it's insulting to me, and it should be insulting to every white person, that you think that race binds us. It doesn't bind us. I have more in common with black winners than white losers. And that's the truth of all human beings. What ties us together is achievement and not grievance. So white winners and black winners are on the same side, and stay away from the white losers because they are poisoning the minds of everybody. That will end racism if all the winners of every race and color join together and laugh at the losers.
You can keep showing the same footage again and again and again. But let me just say,
it's real.
Don't trust me on this. Don't trust me. Listen to the Wall Street Journal. In their lead editorial this morning, they said Trump is headed for a historic loss as millions of Americans are close to saying that they can't risk 4 more years of this. They can't stand it. They're talking about suburbanites. They're talking about women. They're even talking about seniors abandoning Trump. And I think that's why he's engaged in this kind of horrible imagery and language, because he doesn't have a message.
He's not killing people in Chicago. He's not looting, Juan. These things are actually real. They're not fantasies. True, he could do a better job. He could do a better job facing these problems. We agree with that. But you can't lay those problems on him as somehow he's conjuring this stuff up in order to win an election. This stuff is real. People are suffering, Juan. They're suffering in Chicago. They're suffering in Minneapolis. They're suffering in New York. They're suffering in Atlanta. They're suffering in Dallas. They're suffering in California. And you go, isolated incidents? Wake up, Juan. You got to wake up to this and start helping your party face the truth.
I'll tell you right now, I don't miss Juan Williams on the 5. I'm sorry. I'm so glad that he's no longer there. And listening to him in this video just reminds me how ridiculous his comments always are. And his comments always go to talking points, not his. You can just tell they're always talking points. They're not his own formed opinion. When he said that that we have more black on black crimes and Donald Trump's not doing anything about it. I mean, my God, the first thing that came to my mind was, what about under Obama? He didn't do anything about all the black on black crimes that were happening in Chicago. He did nothing. Did any Democrat ever raise a question about that? No, but now it's Trump. Trump is not doing anything about black on black crimes in Chicago, which is totally bull. We remember in 2020 when it was getting really out of control, he offered to send the National Guard to help them out, and they denied it. They're like, we don't need your help. I don't know. Greg had some solid points, but Juan is just sticking to his talking points as always. I don't miss him not being on the 5 at all. And I just hate how they always fall back to just blaming everything on Trump. Everything is Trump's problem, and it's just wrong.